Hey, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you checking out this video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Do me a favor, if you get a chance, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I want to talk about some things Eric Wynalda recently said about development in the US, which I think is an interesting time for that. I wasn't even sure whether I should put that on this channel or put it on my actual youth soccer development channel. But this obviously Eric's talking about more in the big picture of what the national team is going to be doing and that sort of thing, and how they're evaluating players to get to that point. And I thought he had some really interesting comments here that I want to give my opinion on, and I'm curious what all of you think as well below, because this is clearly a a modern thing with what we're doing right now, and I think it relates to what we've seen in a lot of other sports as well, for at times for the good and at times for the bad. So let's dig in and listen to what Eric has to say and talk about it.
When they were part of US Soccer, said that it's more important to develop players. And somewhere in that development process, we started saying things that really made no sense. We started creating environments for kids that was all about metrics and it was all about analytics. And now we had kids coming in through our national team programs that were more interested in how many miles they ran and how many passes they completed. They could have lost 7-0, but they were going to be able to convince themselves that because this machine attached to their chest said that they played well, that they did play well. That looks like MLS is taking this to a completely new level, which is really scaring me. I got to be honest about it. The game is going in the complete wrong direction. They literally are saying that Major League Soccer next, well, MLS next players will be now evaluated on their performance. They would be essentially given a grade as to whether they played well or not. And nobody's watching the game. Literally, there are 11 players on one team and 11 players on the other team, and nobody's watching the freaking game anymore. They're sitting at their computer saying, oh, that's at 86%. This player's they're having a really good game. They're not watching anymore. I have multiple friends who have coached at Major League Soccer, and they basically have said that they have employed, well, they didn't, the club did, a bunch of analytical guys who come in who don't even know anything about soccer, but they come into the meeting to tell you that the metrics add up. This guy had a good game. He gave the ball away and we lost. Yeah, but the rest of the time he was fantastic. So
Now, that's a lot. Now, Eric Wynalda, I know, can be controversial, so I will give this disclaimer that I probably don't agree with everything Eric's ever said about any topic, because I know a lot of people think if you say something positive about someone nowadays, you're endorsing everything in their life. But I am 100% with him on this. I think this is absolutely absurd that we've gone in this direction, especially with a sport like soccer. Can numbers have an impact on what you want to then do in terms of development? Yes, of course, absolutely. Can they be used to, especially with young players, to motivate them to try and get them to outdo certain things in training? Again, yeah, absolutely, without a doubt. But this idea that you can look at players' numbers and decide whether they're a good player or not, or that they had a good game or not, is absolutely absurd. Let's go with the simple thing of passing, right? And l- that's one of the more common numbers, right? It used to be soccer because it's a tough sport to do it with. You didn't get a whole lot of statistics. You had to watch the game to know whether a player had a good game or whether they're a good player or not. And we've added more and more in terms of these numbers. But you say, oh well, this central midfielder completes 93% of his passes. Is that good? Well, hell, how the hell do I know without watching him play? What kind of passes are they? Is he take making attempts to break lines and get forwards in behind? Is he playing long 40-yard passes right to a striker's foot, to the correct foot, so that the striker can turn and attack, or so that the striker can lay the ball off to another oncoming midfielder and they can move into the attacking third and get a goal scoring opportunity? Or is it he's getting a pass from the fullback under no pressure at all, and then one touching a simple pass back that doesn't even have to be that good to a center back who's then playing it to the other fullback? There's a big difference. So that percentage doesn't mean a damn thing to me unless I actually watch the player play. What do these stats tell me about how good a player's first touch is? How good a player's decision making is? How good a player is back to defender in his ability to collect the ball and turn? There are so many things you do not get from these numbers that we're trying to use in order to determine whether a player is effective or not, whether a player is good or not. It's absolutely ridiculous, and you cannot develop good soccer players in this manner. And if it continues to move in that direction, it is really, really bad. We need to know how a player plays by watching that player play. I don't understand how that is a complicated or controversial topic with regards to soccer development. I mean, going back to the passing thing too, you could get a player who completes a pass, right? But there was a much better pass. There was a pass that could have been attempted that would lead to a goal scoring opportunity instead of a pass that resets the team by going backward, right? Maybe a player plays a ball back, a forward plays a ball back when they really should have turned. Or again, maybe they tried to turn, right? And or they did turn even and they get a shot on goal, but when they turned, they could have played a very simple pass to it, for their oncoming winger who had a tap in instead of the 30-yard blast that the forward attempted. So I I wanted to put this out there because one, I wanted to hear what all of you think as well, but it worries me that US soccer is looking at the wrong things when it comes to developing young players. So hopefully they don't go all in on this, but we're seeing it more and more. There are big companies, I think player data is one. I think it used to be I want to say it used to be soccer, was it? But anyway, so they're going at looking at other athletes, but more and more, I see more and more clubs embracing this stuff when I say clubs, I mean young players, right? Your 10, 11, 12 year old players that are wearing these vests or wearing the data in their shoe and it's going to tell them how many times they touched the ball with their left foot and their right foot and how much running they did and all those things and we've lost focus on what matters when it comes to development such as first touch ball control and ball skills first. Well, vision, awareness, IQ, decision making, all of these things that matter much more so than, well, he had 87 touches with his left foot in this game and he's a right-footed player. So you know what? That's great. No, no, that's not how it works. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash the like button if you get a chance. I want to build up this channel to go with my other one as well. I'm going to try and get consistent with doing videos for it. So I want to hear from you. Smash the like button, subscribe as we grow, and I really do appreciate it. I will talk to you later.